Greetings to everyone. Let us see how we answer this question 6. On sheet donation, create a function that will separate first name and the last name from column A. Let us go and check that sheet code donation in our workbook. This is the sheet code donation, and this is the kind of data we are having. So we go and see how we can answer this. What is the, maybe we understand the, maybe what is the meaning of this question. So after analyzing this question, we'll go on our workbook in Excel and we solve the problem. They said I will create a function that will separate first name and the last name from column A. So this is the kind of data we have. We have name, first name and the last name within column A. So our question was maybe the question is telling us to separate the first name from last name. So we should create two separate column, one with first name and another with the last name. So in order to do that, we first create the blank or empty column there where we need our last name to be filled. So let us create a blank column by column using the shortcut Ctrl Shift D plus. Then we create that one. So from there we can write maybe last name here as our title, subtitle here, last name. So we want to pull or to extract this last name so that it can have independent column. So how do we do that? In Excel we have very many functions which can do that, but it depends which version you have. One of the functions which I know which can solve everything, it is called text sprint. So if you have a version of maybe I don't know, if you have a version of Excel 2021 that is standalone version, I think if you type this word text sprint, that function will be able to be displayed. You will be able to see it by displaying on it and you select in the list. But me, I have Excel 2019, so I don't have that a function. So for that I'm limited to certain things. So I'm limited only to use other options, not to use that function. So if you have 365 and Excel maybe 2021, you can check and you see whether you have text sprint. That one can solve every problem. So that one is very it is a new function which can do things in a better way. So it can do various functions of sprinting functions. It has just made the work easy to sprint, which was very difficult. So we have even other functions like left. This one left, I think I have it. Left, if you want to separate something from left of this cell and you want to separate something, like maybe I would like to separate first name from maybe the first name, I would use left function. If I want the second name, I will use the right function. So left function, it begins from left, so it starts from left to this side. So right, it begins with this part, this one, and it goes like this. So if I want to separate this first name, I will just use left. But in our case, we are solving, we want to separate this and the second name to be in the separate column. So this one left cannot work. So we can use, even we have right function. I think I have it. So right can separate a function, but can separate a text, but has its limitation. If I say this is text, this is the text we want to separate, comma, so it will ask me characters, number of characters, how many characters do you want to separate. I want to separate this last name, but just how many characters which is having this name is having. So we can count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So I put 9, so and I close, then I press enter. So you can see it here, it's brought this name. But if I try to auto fill, you can see all the names with 9 characters will come. It will just bring 9 characters. So it will count 9 characters from this side to the other corner. So you will find that you will not get what we want. So that one cannot do our job. But we still have another function which can do that one. We have mid function. Mid function can only pull something which is in between. So that one also has its limitation. So we only have on sheet donation create a function that will separate first name and the last name from column A. So we use a function so that we can separate first name and the last name from column A. So this is the kind of data we have. We go to sheet donation and we see which kind of data we are having. So as we go through this kind of sheet, we can see donation. We can see column A is having name, which 2 names in one column. So this is the email address, street, and the other information. So our task is to bring this name in each independent column. So the first name must have what independent column, and even the second one. So let us see how we solve such problem. So when we want to do that, and the question was very clear, we use donation sheet, and we create a function that will separate first name and the last name. So if you want to separate 2 names and we give you independent columns, what you do, first insert a new column. So I'm gonna insert a new column, right click, then click on insert, a column will come. So from there, the first thing in Excel, whatever version you have the first option, which is a tool in Excel. It is not a function, it is a tool. So where do we find that tool to separate like these names? First of all, you first select what you want to separate. So I'm gonna select the column, the names which I want to separate, and I select them. Let me first select them up to down. So after selecting them, I go to data tab and I look for this command and a group called data tools. So data tab, then go to data tools group, then there is this command called text to column. Click there, then you see this dialog box. This dialog box will give you these options. So the first option will be selected and is delimited. Delimited means the space, comma, and whatever things. Make sure this one is ticked, then click next. From there you will see there is tab. Tab is the separation. You make sure these names, if you are to be keen, they are separated by space. So make sure the space is ticked, then you will see the preview here. So when you tick this to indicate that these names are being separated by space, you see Excel will just select for you 2 names and will give, instead of giving space, will give another column. So that is the preview it will give. So from there you click next. If you want to change the text format, and this one we can see there in general. If you want to change it, if this one also it is general, if you want to put in text, you can change and continue. But let us leave in general and we say next. And from there you say OK and click OK to be automatically transferred. That is how we can separate two names.